guys, how's it going? It's Dalton here.
And I'm Tyler.
And welcome to Video Game Finds number 26. Now, we have a lot of stuff to show you here, but first, before we get started, I would like to give a quick shout out to a guy named Luke here on YouTube. He's a very awesome guy. He gave me and Tyler a shout out on his own channel about our channel, and I thought that was really awesome of him to do that. He didn't have to go and do that, but we really appreciate that, man. That was awesome. So now we're returning the favor for you. So if you guys would like to go check out his channel, I'll leave a link in the description below. Also, you can check it right here. I'll leave a little button there for you to click on. So yeah, he's really awesome. He does this stuff too. He likes to collect games. He does pickup videos and stuff. He's really cool. So go check him out. So thanks again, man. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started with this stuff because we have quite a bit of things to show you guys. So first off, we have quite a bit of retro NES stuff here. We mentioned this guy before. His name is Jordan, and he lives fairly close to us. He's a local dealer. He sells stuff on eBay and stuff, but he gives me and Tyler a fair price on a lot of his things because he has so much of it, and since we're local, he doesn't have to ship it. So he gives us a pretty good deal on stuff. So we'll start off with his stuff. First thing here is we have another NES. I have like 11 of these right now, so this makes it 12. Didn't come with any cords or anything, but I mean I can piece it together. It's not a big deal. This was 25 bucks. That's pretty good for a console only. Plus, it's in very nice shape. I mean, no yellowing, no chips, cracks, anything like that. Fairly good pin connector. So very cool. There's that. Next, we have a crap ton of RF switches here that we got from him. I think there is 7 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's 7 RF switches here. They all work, and he usually doesn't like fiddling with these, so he sold them all to me 50 cents each. So that's a really good deal. These go for like 4 or 5 bucks online, but these are good for extras. So 50 cents a piece for those is a really good deal. So there's those. And next we have 6 official NES controllers here. Very cool. They're all in nice shape. They all function fully, so that's cool. These were $4 a piece, which is still a really good deal because those can sell all day at like $10 each, so that's very good. Next, we have from him, we have a SNES mouse for Mario Paint in fairly good shape. It's got some, yellowing stains on it, probably from a, smoker or something, but he threw this in, and these go for like 14, 15 bucks online, so for him to throw that in, that was really cool. So very good. There's that. Next, we have an NES Advantage. This was $7, I remember, if I do correctly. That was 7 bucks, which is very good because I have like a completely yellowed out one that I would love to switch out for this one. So, but this one works very well as well, so that's cool. So there's that. Next, I had a copy of Super Mario Kart. I guess I'll go ahead and show it. Super Mario Kart here, in very nice shape. My copy was a Player's Choice edition, and that was the only game in my Super Nintendo collection that was Player's Choice. And it was kind of bothering me, so I decided to just, go ahead and swap it out. Back in the day, I think when I first got it, like right before I even started collecting it, I bought it to play it. That was how long ago this was. I got it for like 15 bucks, I believe. My mom picked it up for me. That's how long ago it was. She'd buy games for me. That was a long time ago. But I got Super Mario Kart back in the day for like 15, but I ended up trading him my copy for this one, but it was also a $5 trade-up upgrade, which is not bad because mine was kind of ripped and it was not in the best shape, but this one's very good shape, so I'm glad I finally got a regular Mario Kart. So, very cool. There's that. Then next, we have here a Jungle Green N64 controller. Very, very good stick. This is a very good controller. There's like no cracks or anything in it. I'd say the joystick's probably a solid 9 at least. This, I traded stuff to him. I traded like 4 AV cords, GameCube power cord, and an N64 power cord for this, which is not bad because I originally paid like $2 a piece for the power cords and $1 a piece for the AV cords. So I'd say I paid like, I don't know, like 8 bucks probably total for this thing, which is a very good deal for this controller. These go for like 25, 30 bucks all day long. So, especially in this condition. So, very cool. There's that. And then, last but not least, this was the reason I went back to his house. I was going to buy this the first time I met him, but I did not have enough money for it. And Tyler and I, when we saw it, we freaked out about it because this game is very, very hard to come by. This game right here is now the most expensive and rarest game in my collection to date, and I am glad I have it in my possession. And that game is Clay Fighter Sculptor's Cut on N64. And it's in very good shape. I mean, there's like maybe one little tiny tear in it. It had a sticker on it. It wasn't a Blockbuster one that I, have recognized, but it did have like a scan barcode sticker on it that I, cleaned up and everything. It had sticker residue on the label, which I spent probably a good 45 minutes very carefully removing because I did not want to rip the game. It already had like a small tear in it, but that was from, probably someone else that had this before. But, this game easily reaches 300. So, after you saw all the NES stuff and all the, Mario Kart 64 controller and all that, I didn't just pay straight up cash for all that. I traded him 4 Nintendo GameCubes. Each one came with like Mario Kart Double Dash, Luigi's Mansion, Mario Party 4, games like that. I traded those to him, and I actually put in cash with it as well. To be honest with you, I think the total after everything, after what I paid for the GameCubes originally and the cash I paid him, I paid a total of $246 for all of those Nintendo controllers, the console and everything, and this game. That is a very good deal. After it's all said and done, after I sell off the NES and the controllers and all that, I'd say I probably paid around close to $150 for this game, which is probably, that's roughly half for what this is worth. So I'd say that's a really good deal, especially for how rare this game is. So, and if you guys don't know, this is a Blockbuster exclusive. It only came out for a short time in select Blockbuster stores. So, but yeah, really rare game. So, very cool. I'm glad to finally have that in my collection. Rarest game known to date right now. So, very cool. Alright, that is all of Jordan's stuff. I guess we can now go to the stuff I picked up on eBay, which is very, very cool. This stack right here, we have a huge stack of manuals and precautions booklets, all that. And I'll go ahead and just kind of briefly show them here because there's so many of them that it's kind of ridiculous to go through all of them. I'll go ahead and say the number of everything in here. There's a total of 157 pieces of literature and cards and whatnot. But first we'll go ahead and show these. I'm not going to show them all, but there are there's Donkey Kong Jr. cards, and what did you say they were, Tyler? These cards, they're like a
scanner thing that if you scan the card, you could play it on like either your Game Boy Advance or Color. They had different variants of it, but that one's for the Game Boy Advance. So
yeah, that's cool. I didn't even know that. He just recently found that out, which is very cool. I didn't know what they were at first, but that's cool. We also have, most of them are like Nintendo Power, like tear-out, like trading cards. But we have like, let's see, we have like Kid Icarus, Metroid, Battletoads, Super Mario 3, Felix the Cat. I guess we could go ahead and show a couple, I guess. I could go ahead and pull them out. We've got Super R-Type, stuff like that. These are all like tear-outs from like a, Nintendo Power magazine stuff. There's a bunch of duplicates in there, but there's a bunch of like, harder to find ones I would assume as well. But there's those, which are very cool. These all came from the same dealer on eBay. It's called, the guy's store is called Carlton Factory. If you guys want to check that out, he has a lot of good stuff, especially classic Nintendo stuff. So usually they sell like these kind of manuals and stuff in bulk, and they're really cheap. So I'd recommend that if you guys look for that kind of stuff. But we got some random stuff in here. They got like an Acclaim Hulk Hogan poster for WrestleMania, stuff like that. We've got some football playing, like player rosters and stuff for like Madden and stuff. So there's those. We've got another WrestleMania poster here. A lot of these have been unfolded. They're in like brand new condition. We've got a Shark Pad Pro. It's a aftermarket N64 controller manual here. There's that. I've got an N64 expansion pack manual. There's that. I've got a bunch of N64 game precautions manuals here. There's probably, I'd say, like 10 of them or so. So there's those. Got a couple of N64 inserts that you'd find in the console boxes. There's those. Couple of Luigi's Mansion GameCube game inserts there that would come with the Luigi's Mansion game. I have a bunch of GameCube game precautions manuals. I mean, just look how thick that stack is. There's probably like easily 25, 30 in here. There's those, fairly heavy, so there's quite a bit of them in there. There's those. We've got, some more inserts that you'd find with the N64 consoles. There's those, basically like the N64 store power-up rewards cards and stuff. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 N64 console manuals, and I did need a full set for, I have one box console that's missing the manuals, but now I can finally complete that, and then I have a bunch of extras, so that'll be, helpful for, future, so that's cool. And I've got 4 GameCube console manuals here. Those are extras, and I already have one complete set of GameCube manuals already, so that's cool too, but these are going to help as well. So there's those. Then last but not least, this is kind of a little weird story. These were actually shipped to, or these weren't shipped out. They accidentally messed up one of the orders that was supposed to go to someone else. They packaged all of it to me, but one order was mixed up with the number that they had on it, and they shipped it to me on accident. But I sent it back to them, and then I got these instead, but they're Game Genie booklets. There's 2 for the NES there, and then a bunch of them. They're different editions for Super Nintendo. They're in fairly good shape. They're a little, crinkled and stuff, but I mean, due to age and stuff, that's going to happen. But, yeah, so 157 total pieces of literature, booklets, whatnot. A total of $53.50 after shipping for all of those. Came out to like 30 cents a piece or something for each, manual and stuff, which is a very good deal. So I can basically complete my N64 manuals for under $1. So that's very cool. So very cool to get those. That's awesome. Alright, next is another eBay find. This I didn't have yet, and I thought it was very cool. It was a bidding system. I probably paid about what it goes for, but since it's so rare, I thought it was really cool to get. It is the Tommy Hilfiger Game Boy Color here, the Dandelion Yellow. And it does have the battery cover on it. It's a little scratched on the screen and stuff, but it works. But the volume isn't the greatest as it probably was back in the day, but you can still hear it. It's a little faint, but it's still very good shape. Headphone jack works very well, so that's cool. I paid a total of $31 after shipping and everything for this, which is about what it goes for. But since it's fairly uncommon, I said why not? It's pretty cool looking, so that'll go on the shelf. So very cool. So there's that. What else is next? Do you want to do the garage sale stuff?
Yeah.
Alright. We went to a community garage sale a couple towns over from us, and we didn't find a whole lot. It was the first sale we stopped at, but after that, it kind of just, there was nothing. But we did find something I didn't have yet, and we decided to go with it. So I guess we can go ahead and show you what it is first. But it is a Sony PSP 1001 model, and it's in very good shape. It's been kept in this Logitech case its whole life, I can pretty much guarantee. And there's no scratches on the actual console itself. It's up to date on firmware and everything. It's in very good shape. It did not come with a charger, but here's a quick story I got with this. To make a long story short, I picked up a PS2 Slim about a year ago from a Mr. Money pawn shop, and it was $5 for that PS2 when I got it, but it came with the wrong cord because they said it was broken, but I took it home and it worked and everything. But to be honest with you, it came with a PSP charger, and it was funny. I held on to this all this time because I didn't know if I would need it or not, and it turns out I did because this PSP didn't come with it. But then I came home, I found this, and I was like, hey, there you go, put the 2 and 2 together, and you got yourself a complete PSP with a charger now. So there's that. And then Tyler will go ahead and show you the games that came with it. So
it came with 3 games. I'll just show this one. This one's not in there, but it was supposed to be Ridge Racer. But what's in there is Ace Combat X.
Yeah, so they misplaced the wrong game, but still, it came with it, so that's not too bad.
So we have a Ridge Racer case with a disc only of
Ace Combat X, but still, it's not too big a deal.
And these other two are complete. So we got Tomb Raider Legend. And I did play these. These were actually kind of fun. So, and Mega Man Powered Up.
So yeah, 3 games. The PSP, and the case for the PSP was a total of $15. And that's a really good deal for the first model PSP and the games and everything. It's probably roughly $60 or so at least for all the games in the console. So, very good deal, and I didn't have it, so I thought that was awesome. And so, basically, that was the only garage sale find that we found that day, unfortunately, but still, it was a pretty good day. Next, we can go ahead and show... Let's go ahead and show some, like, Goodwill stuff, I guess, from that same day. This was, like, 3 weeks ago, I think, by the way. So, but anyway. Alright, next here we have from Goodwill, we have 2 SP chargers here, official, and a copy of Pokemon Red for the original Game Boy in the clamshell case here. All 3 of these came from Goodwill, and that was $10 for all 3, which is a very good deal, especially for Pokemon Red. I had one a long time ago, but I mistakenly sold it, but now I have it back, so very cool.
And it saves.
Yeah, and it saves, has good battery and everything, so that's cool. There's that. Guess we can go ahead and show this. Got an NES game from Mr. Money. It was way up north, too. This was like a Mr. Money that's way out of the way that we hardly ever go to. But it was, I guess it was worth it. But I got a copy of Ghostbusters for the NES with the NES dust sleeve there. And that was $5. I think this game usually runs about 10. So, very cool, especially once it came with the dust sleeve and everything, too. So that was really cool. They wanted like $55 for their NES, which is, that's okay, I think, if you're looking to buy one to play with, but from a pawn shop standpoint, that's kind of, a little high, but anyways, got the game, so that's cool. So there's that. Next, we went to a pawn shop that we go to sometimes. We don't go to it all the time, but we go to it, often, I guess, but anyways, we got a few games here that we got from them. First, I'll show this. I got an N64 jumper pack here. Was $2, so very cool. I need extras of those. It's always helpful. Next, we got All-Star Slam and Dodgeball. I have a complete sealed copy from that same pawn shop a while back, and now I have an open copy. This was 50 cents, so very cool. They were having a really cool sale, so that was cool. This one I've seen there sitting there ever since we went to this pawn shop, and we finally just bought it because I was sick and tired of looking at it there. So, but we got NHL Face Off, and it's in the long box. And this, to be honest with you, is my first long box PS1 game, so very, very cool. And this was also 50 cents. Alright, there's that. And then last but not least from that pawn shop was Pac-Man World 2 for PS2, and this was $1. So, very cool, very good deal. Tyler actually picked that one out, so it's pretty cool, but that was a really good deal for that. Alright, do you want to show the other pawn shop games there?
Alright,
yeah, there you go.
Alright, so we got 3 games here. 2 PS1 and 1 PS2. So I'll show the PS1 stuff first. We got Medal of Honor Underground.
I just recently found my greatest hits copy of that I've been stowing away to replace, so that's really cool that I found that.
And then we have Twisted Metal 4. But
it came in a official PS2 case, so it is missing the back piece. But the case came with a official 8MB memory card for PS2, so that was a cool little bonus. So I'll keep the case as an extra, and I'll keep the memory card. And then Twisted Metal 4 is in very good shape. But yeah, very cool. I'll probably keep the manual out of it. It'll probably be harder to complete this, with the back piece. I'll just wait for a complete copy or like a disc only with the back piece. But I'll keep the manual because it is a black label, so. I just recently found my greatest hits edition of that game as well in my closet, so I'll go ahead and keep the black label manual and stuff for now. So very cool. There's those.
And then the 1 PS2 game is Savage Skies. Never heard of it. It was
it looked interesting.
Yeah. So
it's in good shape. The disc is like fairly new looking. So
and they would do a better deal if you had more games. So
yeah. So the deal was We asked, they were like $2 each. We asked if he'd do like 3 for $5, and he said yeah. So we looked around for one more game, so we decided to pick this one up. It looked interesting, so very cool. So we added that for the 3 for $5 deal. So very good deal. All right, next I'll go ahead and show these. These were a few weeks ago as well, like 3 weeks ago, I believe. I've got 8 NES games here that I picked up from our local pawn shop. It's called Friendly Pawn, and it's a very cool place. We've mentioned it many times, but there's a guy down there we know very well, gives us good deals on everything. His name is Dave. He's really awesome. And all these games were like $13.59 after tax. He cut me a really good deal on these. These are mainly for resale purposes because since I have so many NESs, I'd like to put these with them if I could or something like that. But it turns out one of them I didn't have anyway. So, but there's 8 NES games here. But first one here is Tengen Super Sprint. And I thought I had this one, but it turns out I didn't. So there's that one. Next we have Dr. Mario. Faxanadu, and I do have this one, but this one will be an upgrade because mine's kind of faded, sun faded on the label, so that'll upgrade it. LJN's Major League Baseball. I didn't have this one either, so I guess I'll be keeping that one unless. Well, I have another copy in here that I'll show later because it's not that great of a game, but there is another copy I have in here. But I'll either keep this one or the other one. I'm not sure yet. They're both fairly the same condition. So, but there's that one. And we have Super Mario Brothers Duck Hunt World Class Track Meet. I'll swap mine out because mine has like a grease stain on it, but that's variant different because Mario has the overall change like on 2 different copies of this game. So, but the one that I have has a grease stain on it, so I'll be switching that one out for this one. So there's that. 2 copies of Golf. Gotta love it. Very, very fun. No, but yeah, there's 2 of those there. And then, last but not least, is Dragon Warrior. And that is all the NES games. And those were, I think, yeah, $13.59 after tax. He cut me an amazing deal for that. Those were like $1.70 a piece, basically, or something like that in there. So, very cool. Alright. Now, are we kicking it over to Mile High Flea Market?
Looks like it.
Yep. Or, well, real quick before we do Mile High Flea Market, one thing here. There's 5 aftermarket power cords here. I use these for the NESs. So these were all from ARC, and they were all $1 a piece, I believe. So very good deal for these. Like, I always need more, so there's those. All right, now we'll go to Mile High Flea Market stuff. All right, we went, I believe, 2 weekends ago, and we actually turned out it was a way better turnaround than the previous one that we went to like a month ago. Right off the bat, our first round, like our second table we stopped at, we found something already, and it was a really good deal. But we have here a Nintendo 64 console with the power cord there, and has a jumper pack, has never been removed, but I had to remove it because the reset button was stuck, so I had to take this apart in order to get that unstuck. But other than that, it's in very good shape now. But this was $15. Not a bad deal for, especially with the power cord. If it was console only for $15, I probably would have passed on it. But since it had the power brick with it, I decided to go with it. And it works very well. So, like, first try on every game. So, there's that. Next, do you want to go ahead and show, do you want me to show these games?
Sure.
I guess we can go ahead and show these. Or no, we'll show these ones first because they came first. Anyways, we came up to this one lady's stall, and she had just put these out. We started putting them out, and we were looking through her games. Most of them were like, sports games like MLB and Madden and stuff like that. And then we dug in a little more, and these were all leaning upright, and we could see them all on the side labels. But we got some fairly rare GameCube games here and one Wii game. I'll go ahead and show the one Wii game first. But first game here is the Wii game, The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. And this is in much better shape than my copy, so I'll probably be going ahead and switching this one out for mine. But very good condition. The music CDs in there, both discs look amazing. Like they're brand new, like they were put in maybe once and then never played again. That's how good they look. Next game here we have Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. And if you guys do not know, in one of my previous episodes, like a few months back, I went to Illinois with my dad, and I found a copy of this at a pawn shop there for $8. But this one's not as good shape as mine, so I'll just probably be selling this one off. But it was a good deal, so I picked this one up. We'll go ahead and tell you the prices after we're done here, but you want to go ahead and show those two?
Alright, so he has one more, but we went back because...
Well, one of them we didn't look up. We forgot to like check on it to make sure how much it was worth, but we left it, but then we like looked it up right away, and we came right back because I knew someone else would have hopped on it if we didn't come back to it.
So
but anyways,
I decided to get this one because I know it's pretty popular, and it's Resident Evil 4.
It is player's choice. I do not have it. I mistakenly sold it a while back, my black label that I had, but this is player's choice. Unfortunately, I'm not going to keep it, but...
Has both discs in really nice shape.
It's like brand new.
And then the other one is Resident Evil 2.
And that's a fairly hard to find game. It's expensive. It's like $45 at least, but it is missing the manual.
It is missing the manual, but...
But it's in very good shape otherwise. So it's in very good shape. Like the disc is like not scratched or anything. If it does, it's got like minimal scratches on it at all. So very cool for that to be in there. But so there's that one. So we got Resident Evil 2, 3, and 4. And then the last one here is very expensive. It's like $55, I think. And that is The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. And the only unfortunate thing for this one as well is that it is missing the manual. But I'll eventually one day complete it. I mean, most of it's here. So, I mean, I wouldn't pass it up just because it's missing the manual. I mean, manual's a manual. You can probably find that anywhere. So, but the disc on this one's in very good shape as well. So, there's that one. So that concludes that find at that stall. So, all 5 of these games were $5 each. And yes, you heard me correctly, $5 each for these. And that is an amazing deal. None of these are worth less than $10. So, with that being said, there's, some good money value here I can make back. There's some I'm going to be keeping to fill in with manuals. So, yeah, $25 for all 5 of these. I mean, that's ridiculous. That's a great deal. So, just, if they think that each of their games are like $5 each, just look around. You might find rare ones like this. So, very good deal. And, yeah, like most of their games were like sports games and everything anyway, so like that's ridiculous otherwise. But those were good to find in there. So, alright, next we have 6 PS1 games here. I'll go and show mine. Or Tyler can show his first, and then I'll show mine 3. We split them up in half because there's 6, but they're all disc onlys. But they were in like a binder CD case, and we asked the guy how much they were, and he said they were $2 each. And most of them were rare games already that he had in there. But we didn't decide to buy them all. We should have, because it could have been a good deal if we bought them all, but we didn't do it. We just picked out a few. But anyways, they're really hard to find games.
So these go from value, like the lowest to highest. So
yeah,
I'll show the first one, Vagrant Story.
And the discs are all in very good shape on all of them, except one I had to get resurfaced, but I'll show you that one at the end.
Is this Karsha?
Yeah, it's Karsha.
Karsha, an Atlas game.
Yeah, Atlas made some pretty, expensive games, so...
And then the last one I have to show is Threads of Fate.
So yeah, discs only, again, but like very good shape otherwise.
I've heard most of these RPGs are really good, so...
Yeah, all these games are RPG based, so they are rare, and they're more expensive, so... Anyways, I got Breath of Fire 4 here. Let's go and do this. Alright. Legend of Legaia. And the last one here is the one I had to get resurfaced, but it was well worth the resurfacing. And I used store credit over at Games Ahoy, and it was basically a free resurfacing anyway. So, with that being said, this is basically still the same price anyway, it's $2. And the last one here is Diablo. And this one is the most expensive one that we got out of all those. And I'd say really good deal for $2 each. So $12. I tried to get him to 10 for all 6, but he wouldn't do it. But $2 each. I mean, that's amazing. I know they're disc onlys, but hey, they're the games. I mean, that's the most part, So there's those. Very good deal. All right. Later on our flea market trip there, we went to this one guy. He had nothing but DVDs. and there was one game in there that he had, and I asked him how much his DVDs were, and he said they were $2 each. And I asked him, well, would you do $1 for the one game that you have? And he's like, sure, go for it. So he did, and that game is The Legend of Spyro: A New Beginning for PS2. So it's like immaculate shape. It's like brand new. The case hardly opens all the way, so it's like in very good shape. It's not as good as mine, but the disc is, so I'll probably just switch the discs. But other than that, it's in very good shape. So $1 for that is a really good deal. It's like a $12 game, I think, at least. So very good deal. So there's that. And then later on, we did another round, and we found a couple of PS1 games. And one of them was stacked in there with it. So basically 2 games for the same price. The first one here is Tomb Raider for PS1, and it is complete. It's the collector's edition, but it's the disc is like brand new. It's like no scratches on it. It's got stickers plastered all over it, but I'm not too worried about that. But the price for this was $2. But when we opened it up, it had Spyro the Dragon in there, and it does have names around the inner ring, but it doesn't affect its balance or anything on when it plays. So no scratches or anything really on that one either. So both games were, they were stacked together, but like, the Spyro disc only was stacked inside with Tomb Raider underneath. So basically $2 for both of them, so $1 a piece, which is a very good deal for that. So very cool. And then Tyler looked over at the stall next to it, and he saw these like tangled up in like a bunch of cords, and one was hanging off the edge over under a table. We didn't see one of them at first because it was like hiding, but anyways, we got these 2.
And they are 2 NES controllers.
They're both official, and they're both in very good shape. They're a little scratched and scuffed up, but I mean, over the years, that's going to happen. But very good shape. They were asking 5 each, but we got them to 4 each, so very good deal. I usually don't want to pay more than 5 a piece for these because, sometimes you can't guarantee that if they work or not, so I don't want to, blow a whole lot of money on something if they don't work. So I try to get them as cheap as I can, just so I know, like, if they end up broken, I'm not wasting a whole lot of money on them. So, but they both work, so it's a good deal. So there's those. You can go ahead and just pile them in with Jordan's controllers over there. Why don't you go ahead and show that one right there?
Alright.
We came up to this guy we've been to a couple times. We showed you stuff that we got from him before. He has nothing but like cords and like electronics, like, extras and stuff like that. And this was $4. He used to have them at 5, but I think he caught on to what we were buying them at, so he decided to go 4 on this one, and that's a really good deal for what this one is.
And that's a Smoke PS2 controller.
Yeah, it's the Clear Smoke. It's official Sony. It's in very good shape, and both joystick pads are there. It's in very good shape, and now I think I have 2 of those now. They're hard to find for some reason, but, if you get a Smoke controller, they're really cool, so.
So last time we also got a PS1 and a PS2 controller.
Yeah, the last time we were there, we got a satin silver PS2 controller and the emerald green PS1 controller from him.
And he wanted 5 each, and we got both for 8, and we start to think that he's going 4 each.
Yeah, like, I feel like he caught on to that, so that's why we got this for 4, so very cool. Alright. You can go ahead and show that one too, because that was a really good deal. I didn't even see this, and Tyler found it. It was in a bag of like toys and stuff. It was buried, and we caught onto this spot because we saw a bunch of PS2 games, but they were like the shelfware kind of games anyway, like Mads and stuff. He wanted like 3 for $10, which is not good. But what we did find was good. So Tyler can go ahead and show that.
And that is a Jungle Green N64 controller.
So now I have 2 that I got this video, so very good deal. This was a total of $8 for this controller. He was asking 10, but the reason I talked him down to 8 was because the joystick that was on it was very, very loose. And I told him about that. It's very hard to function when it has a loose stick like that, so I explained that to him. And so he took the $8 deal instead because of that explanation. But I had a better joystick off of a broken controller that I had, so I switched that out. And now I have a...
So now it's about an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I'd say the joystick's an 8 out of 10 solid any day. So, but yeah, $8 for another Jungle Green N64 controller. So, very cool. So there's that. Alright. Next, I guess I can go ahead and show this. We went to this guy's stall that had a bunch of video game stuff out. He wasn't a seller. He was more of like a guy that had bought a bunch of games over the years. And he... had a bunch of very good prices on stuff. So we bundled up stuff, and he did a really good deal for it. But first we have Super Mario Bros. 3 here for the NES. There's that. It's in very good shape. It's got a little tear on the top, but nothing too major. So there's that. Got an N64 power brick here. Very good shape. Works. So there's that. We've got 3 AV cables, 2 of which were the original gray ones that came with, like, you know, SNES and N64 here. And one of them is brand new with the twisty tie. It's never been unfolded, so that's very cool. You can just see how it's wrapped. It came that way, so very cool. There's that, and then we got one GameCube one here because it's got the darker color end there. But there's that. So those 3, and last he threw in, or he didn't really throw it in, but he did a good deal with this as well. It's another N64 jumper pack. So there's that. So total for all those was $23, which is a very good deal considering the Mario 3 in there, the N64 power cord, the extra AVs, and the jumper pack. So I think I calculated like $7 for Mario 3, 6 for the power cord, 2 for the AVs each, and then 3 for the jumper pack. So very good deal for those. So there's that. Next we can go ahead and show this stuff, I guess. Tyler actually kind of pointed this out to me, but I'll go ahead and just show it. But it was a very good deal. I was kind of thinking, I was like, I don't know if I want it. He was asking like 30 for it, and he dropped down to 20 for everything. But here we have a silver GameCube here with the 1019 block memory card in there, official. So there's that. Came with 2 matching platinum controllers here. And then they're both official as well. And then power cord, official. AV cord, official. There's that. And he threw in 1 free game. Now, unfortunately, this isn't what it says it is. But it is a Super Mario Sunshine case and manual. But unfortunately, the game inside is Pinball Hall of Fame. And unfortunately, that is a big bummer because he threw the game in with it. But, I mean, still the case and manual and stuff for Mario Sunshine is very good, you know, just to be thrown in there for free. So, but I'll hold on to the disc-only pinball for now and see if I can ever complete that or not, or just get a complete copy later on. But anyways, $20 for the GameCube, the 2 controllers, the cords, the memory card, and the game. I think that's a very good deal. And also from him, we bought this for $5. It's a Nintendo Wii wheel, the black one, in the box, complete. It has the manual and the wheel. $5. I mean, it's in very good shape. It's got some, you know, nicks and scratches and stuff on it, but I didn't have the black wheel, so now I do. So very cool. So $25 total from that guy, which is a very good deal. I mean, that you can't really get that depending on who you buy it from, but that was a good deal that he came down that low. So very, very cool. Next we have a couple of N64 games here. Both of them came from different places. There was a reseller booth. And let me tell you, this is the most ridiculous reseller booth I've ever seen in my entire life. They wanted $35 for Super Mario Bros. And Duck Hunt. No, I don't think so. But they did come across. I did come across a game that slipped through their cracks, and this is why I always tell you guys to always look at your reseller's booth, because you know they're going to slip up somewhere. They don't look up everything. They always attack the crap out of like Mario's and Zelda's and all those. They know what those are worth, or they think they know. But there are games out there that they do not know about, and this one happened to be one of them, and that is Snowboard Kids on N64. And this was in their $5 bin. So, and this is an all-day long $20, $25 game. So, very good deal. It had some stickers on it, but I cleaned it up, so it's in very good shape now. But yeah, I mean, $5 for this, I mean, that's ridiculous good price. So, that was good to come across that. And the other one here is the one lady that we went to last time. The lady that I told you about in the last video. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. But we talked about this lady that argued that we bought an NES from her, but it wasn't supposed to come with the Mario Duck Hunt that she had laying on top of it. It's a long story, but anyways, we went back to her. She still had that same game, by the way. No one's going to buy it for $10. But anyways, she still had that, but she did have one N64 game that I was interested in. And the reason I bought this is because I have a box and manual and everything for it. And now I have it complete. And this was $10, and it is Diddy Kong Racing. And that game goes for roughly around $15. So, I mean, $10 isn't the greatest deal for this, but since I needed it for a box and, you know, for the box and manual that I have, It's a really good deal. And I paid $5 for the box, so I paid a total of $15 for a complete box copy of this game. So very, very good deal. So there's that. And now, I believe that is everything from Mile High Flea Market. Next, I guess I can go ahead and show this. This I got from ARC about a week and a half ago. I rode my bike there, so I had to kind of stuff this in my pocket because I didn't have anywhere else to put it. But it's another AC adapter. It's the older model for the SP, and it's another official one. And this was, I think, $1 as well. So, very good deal, and it works as well. So, now I have 3 of those. So that's very cool. Next, about the same time frame, like a day later, I went to my local Goodwill on my bicycle, and I found this there. It's an N64 official gray controller, and it had the transfer pack stuck in the back there with it. And they had a $1.99 sticker on it, and the joystick is immaculate. I mean, I'd say that's almost close to as 10 as it could possibly be. This controller is in very good shape, same with the transfer pack. But I'll probably go ahead and sell the controller, but I'll keep the transfer pack there. So, very good deal for $2. I mean, that's probably solid, like, $30 for the 2 of these pieces. So, I saved like $28 there, so very cool. Just always check your Goodwills and stuff, guys. They always throw out stuff during the week, so if you can get yourself a chance to get to a Goodwill during the week or something, I'd definitely check it out. So there's that. That was $2. And then a week after that, like on a Thursday, I believe, it was like last Thursday or something, I got this. It's a jet black GameCube controller, official, and this was also $1.99. So, very good deal. It's got both rubber pads on the sticks there, no cracks, I mean, it's got scratches and stuff, it's typical, but very good. It has the rumble feature and everything, so that all works as well. So, very cool. So, $4 for the 2 controllers over the time frame, which is a very good deal. Alright, a couple more things here, and then we'll call it good. But here we've got an eBay find, and this was again from Carlton Factory, and this is why I always check back with them because they have good deals. The shipping was $9, but the ending price was $2.50, making it a total of $11.50. And I know that the condition with these were a risk, but they said they were tested and working, which is good all day long. I was willing to pay like $20 for all 3 of these, but there's 3 of them here, and we've got 3 Nintendo 64 controllers here, and I'll show you why these are. See, these are actually like halves, like blue and gray, red and gray, and then solid gray. But the reason these were so cheap was this right here. I already took them apart and switched them, but I'll go ahead and show you why. If you see this right here, you've got like dog chew marks all over them. And these, I knew this was a risk when I bought them, but they were tested working. But I already had extra shells that I could put with them, so that's what I did. I swapped the bad shells out, and I put ones that I had with them. So for $11.50 for all 3 of these, and they're all joysticks that are really good. I mean, like, just take a look. Like, I mean, like, these are 8s and 9s, and the only bad one here is I couldn't switch out is this one, but it's got like some dog marks on the ends there, but it's not as bad as the other 2 were. But I mean, $11.50 for the 3 is an amazing deal. I mean, that's crazy. That's like a little over $3 a piece. Almost $4 each. So that's a really good deal for those, and especially to get them off eBay. And they have great sticks, and they all work. So very good deal. All right, last but not least, we have one Nintendo NES bundle here, and this came off eBay as well, and it was $85 total for all of it. And what I was told in the listing is it came from an eviction house, which is, a house that's, been foreclosed, and the, city had kicked the people out that lived there, all that. And I feel like this stuff had been sitting there for years, because I plugged in all these games on my top loader, which usually plays everything first try, and all these games were giving me a struggle. And they don't smell like smoke or anything. I just feel like they've just been sitting around so long that they just had a tough time just booting up because they haven't been played in so long. But anyways, I guess we'll go ahead and show you what, the start off was. First thing here is another NES console, and it's fairly yellowed. I feel like it's been sitting in the sun or something, because it's not aged yellowed, because if you look at the back and stuff, the plastic isn't yellowed, but like the top is yellowed and stuff. So it's either, it doesn't smell like cigarettes, so I feel like it was like a sun, fading or something that did it. But anyways, there's the NES, so it makes 13 now that I have. Came with the like to call these the devil pitchforks. That's what the Angry Video Game nerd calls them. But it's the old school plug-in for the TV. If you can see that, they're like the pitchforks. That's what they look like. There's that came with it. AV cables came with it. And an official NES controller came with it. Did not come with a power cord again, unfortunately, but I can find those. So, not too big a deal. But it came with that, and then it came with 15 games. And just remember, this was all $85 after shipping. So, Tyler, you can go ahead and show that stack. These are the games I have duplicates of, and I will be reselling these off, try to make some money back for the NES bundle. And I will sell the NES as well, but anyways, Tyler can go ahead and show the games that I'm going to be reselling.
Alright, so we got Bionic Commando, Skull and Crossbones. It is a little bit ripped.
Yeah, this one was a rental because it had stickers all over it. The bottom corner rip was already there, so I was going to keep it, but since it's so rough, it's not an expensive game or anything, so I'll just hold off on that one for now.
Desert Commander.
A lot of these are in fairly good shape, which is surprising to me why they didn't work so well first time up. So, but anyway, we got them to work after a while with playing with them for a little bit, but they all work. So,
Dragon Spirit. Tecmo Bowl. Great game. Blaster Master.
That one is pretty fun.
RC Pro-Am. And
the last one to sell here I have another copy of now.
Super Mario Bros. 3.
So now
in really nice shape.
Yeah, it's in very good shape. So now I have 2 copies of Mario 3 to sell off, which is pretty good. That's a pretty, really fun game. I mean, Mario 3 is probably the best Mario there is. That's my opinion anyway. But, I mean, it's a hot seller, so it'll sell pretty quick, especially. So, very cool. So there's those. Those are reselling. And then these ones I'm going to be keeping because I did not have it. And I didn't realize, like, half of these I didn't have because I have so many NES games now, I forgot that a lot of these I don't even have. But there's one game in particular in here that I really wanted to keep. So, that's the main reason why I bought this whole lot to begin with. But anyways, here the first one is Iron Tank. Operation Wolf with a dust sleeve. Raid on Bungling Bay, also with a dust sleeve. Major League Baseball, this is the other one I was telling you about earlier. This one's in better shape, I think, than the one from Friendly Ponds. I'll probably just keep this one. It was NFL that I was thinking about that I had, so I thought I had Major League, but I guess I didn't. So anyway, Ring King. And the reason I'm keeping this one is I already have this, but this one is a 5-screw variant. And I have been looking for 5-screw variants of games, so there's that one. So that's very cool. I thought I had this one, but it appears that I only have the first one, 3-screw and 5-screw variant, so I have this one as well. So now it's Top Gun's second mission. Didn't have it, so now I do. And the last one here is the one that that made me want to get this whole bundle to begin with, and that is Final Fantasy with the dust sleeve in very good shape. So, and it's saved, so very good deal. Oh, one last thing that came with this bundle. It is a Quick Shot, and I'm not sure what it's made by. I think it's Nintendo that made it, but I'm not positive. I mean, the end bits actually do say Nintendo on it like an NES controller would. So I'm not 100% certain on that. So if you guys know, please let me know, because I'm not 100% positive who made this. But anyways, it works just like the Advantage. I mean, it's not as responsive as I would, hope it to be. It's kind of finicky, but still pretty cool. It's like a fighter's, stick from the arcade and stuff. So very cool. Oh, and one last thing with the NES. The pin connector seems brand new, but it's still finicky. So it's like, I don't know what's wrong with all this stuff, but to me it just seems like it's just been sitting around so long that it's just, it's been hard for it to boot up. But anyways, that is going to do it, guys. I know this video is probably a lot longer than it should have been, but there was just so much stuff to get through that it just needed to be showed to you guys because, I love this stuff, you guys love this stuff, he loves this stuff, so... Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed episode 26. Please like, subscribe, tell your friends. It's really helpful. It helps us out, and encourages us to make more. So, and then you guys keep coming back and enjoying it. So, I thank you guys for that. So stay tuned to the next episode. It might be pushed off a little bit longer because we are going on a 2-week vacation camping trip, which might push off our next video a little bit, but it'll still get up as soon as we get home, I promise. And so, yeah, until next time, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Happy 4th of July, because this will be put up on the 4th of July. Have a safe, fun family time with your family, friends, all that. Enjoy your fireworks and, you know, all that good stuff. Enjoy your, you know, freedom, your celebration, all that. So thank you guys very much, and I hope to see you guys next time. Take care.
Bye, guys.